What's up everybody, Derek here, and today I'm going to go over my 3 favorite Wacky Rig hooks that I like to use for this little thing right here, this stick bait. Wacky rigging one of these can be one of the most effective ways to catch bass in clear to stained water, and if other people aren't fishing them, you might want to try one of these because this can be one of my go-to baits. But there's little subtleties with this thing that a lot of people don't realize, and that is the hook size. You'd fish a lot of the time weightless with these, and depending upon the hook size, that little bit of change in hook size can mean the world in how fast the rate of this thing falling is. And I've got a 1/0 smaller actual Wacky Rig hook that is right here, and there's nothing special to it. It's just almost like a circle hook, and all I do is just hook it straight through the middle, and you're gonna get a slow fall rate. And I didn't realize how slow the fall rate was until I started fishing this thing in like 2 foot of water. And I was expecting the normal hooks that I was using to be falling and almost hitting the bottom. So I was working it really fast, but I'm kind of glad I was, because I was catching bass, but I was keeping it above their head and in their face longer, but it was just a real slow, subtle fall. So if you want to try one of these smaller hooks, it's definitely great because it's going to be a slow fall rate. Now another one to use is going to be this one right here. And this is the one that you're going to want to use. It's a 3/0 Wacky Rig weedless hook. So if you're around grass and you want to keep that grass off there a lot more and maybe get a couple more hookups, especially if you're fishing the grass where it's almost like a canopy in the water. You got those little bitty openings and there's little holes all down through there. You take this little keeper and you bend it over. You almost, a lot of times with these when they come straight out of the package, you almost gotta bend them on your own to find where, you don't want it to go all the way down to the barb right there, but you want it to kind of hook right into that area. So whenever you do have grass, it goes right over, but whenever a fish hits it, you get that hook penetration. And you'll get a faster fall rate because of the size of this. It's not much bigger than the hook that we just seen, but hooking this one straight through the middle too, and it's a bigger gauge as well. So you make that weedless just like that, and you've got a perfect combination. This is one of the best ways to fish one of these, but with this size of the hook, you get a better fall rate and you get a weedless action. Now, I'm gonna put one out here that has always been kind of thrown at me. It's kind of controversial, but one day I just kind of had my little box with me and I kind of ran out of hooks. I got hung up and I was done with those Wacky Rig hooks. So what did I do? I got an EWG style hook, this right here, that you would normally Texas rig some kind of plastic bait where it's gonna be right through there. So what did I do? I simply hooked it like this, right through the middle. And this is where the controversial part, well, that's not meant for that and this and that and the other. Well, it straight up worked, I'll tell you, and it was crystal clear water. And I fished it quite a few times doing it this way, and I don't know if the hookups got better. I had a better percentage of hookups with bass. And the only thing that I can figure is whenever this thing is thrown in the water, it's gonna have a faster fall rate because of the size of the hook. But also what tends to happen is the head of this, it'll actually fall just like that. And what happens is those bass come up to grab it, and if they're coming up and grabbing that thing and then getting on and you set the hook, you're really getting that leverage. So whenever you're getting the hook set on these, it's usually getting the fish in the top of the mouth, which is one of the best places to get a fish, because it's least likely to probably throw a hook if you get it in the top or the roof of its mouth. But these are the 3 ways that I like to hook up these suckers, and they will straight up catch you some fish. I know firsthand, because I almost feel like I need to start throwing these away and out of my arsenal of lures that I'm using, because I always end up going to these, because this part of Texas where I'm at has lots of clear water, and even the stained stuff a lot of times, if you get it near a fish, they're probably going to hit this thing, especially with the way that the ends undulate or move in the water. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, or if you fish any of these hooks on any of these Senkos or dingers or whatever you want to call them. But thanks for watching, you guys, and subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.